Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Hey, hey. Hello. Arr, 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 arr. Hello. Good evening, good afternoon. Thank you for being here with me. So we developed this game together. And yeah, today I was thinking what to do and what was left, right? Because we can actually release an update, but I want to be sure that if I release an update, I have as much as possible the client side fixed. I can show you a bit of the. So I did few things at the end for the purses and bags and pouches of yesterday. I mean, pretty much is where we left yesterday, but I did just a few more things so that I think we have something, right? So at the end I decided to put these two in game, even if I don't really love them, but they are anyway here, right? So this bag, I don't like it too much because I think that the background is too much uniform and is not really showing the shape enough or showing, you know, so, but I don't want to spend more time on it at the moment. It's okay, just an accessory and it's fine. I think that probably the way to fix it will be to enhance here this part, right? But it's fine. So we have that one, I put it into the database. Then we have this guy, which is basically a smaller version of it, right? Just as a separate purse. I think this one looks a bit better probably because there is more separation here between the upper part and lower part. But yeah, so we have this one. Then I've put in also this guy. Let me lower the music. I put in this guy. Hello, Hula. Which I think is okay. I mean, it's a kind of a pouch for money or small items, right? The wireframe is very reasonable. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not too crazy. It's not too low, right? So I think it's fine. And this one comes actually with two different textures, right? So one is, or even three, yeah. One is like leather like this, one is like blue like this, which is a bit of a shocking blue, but anyway. And one is a green. Is a green version, right? So yeah. So at least we have some variations of this pouch, and I think it's good. I think it's good. Now. So yeah, I think I will not touch anymore these bags. I will just put them in game and that's it. And we can use them. I created a new category just for bags and pouches so that we can put there all the different bags that we have, right? So that they are kind of grouped together, which I think is good. Yep. Now for tonight, what I want to work on is the Beastmaster. Beastmaster is something that I want to do since very long time, but it was not very high priority, right? I mean, it's never been very high priority. So, by the way, let me just flag this as done, and let me also flag this one as done because I rotated the backpack, so now you can actually put it on your shoulder, and it looks okay. So for the Beastmaster, I don't really have a plan yet in mind, so I think we have to discuss this a bit. We have to discuss how to do it, how we want it to operate, right? And and what we need. So I think we need to open a new mission. I think is I don't think will be super long, right? I think will be maybe 1 or 2 days, 3 days. I don't know. I don't think will be super long because the basic I think we already have, right? But yeah, I would like to. I have to think about it. So I don't have yet a solution. I don't have yet a solution. So let's call it Mission Beastmaster. Oops. Mission Beastmaster. Okay. So to have a Beastmaster in game, right? I mean, obviously, obviously we need an NPC, but that's kind of easy, right? That's kind of easy. So we can just add a new NPC. It can be whatever race we want. It can, I mean, that's not a problem, right? The problem is, how do we want the Beastmaster to actually operate, right? So what can he do? Because at the moment, we have a number of creatures in game, right? And we have a number of pets. Yeah. We have a number of pets, right? And they have some variations. At the moment, we don't have too many, so we may decide to add more, right? So, for example, we don't have a second skin for the Groffel, but we could create it. We don't have a second skin for the Drifter, but we can create. Actually, there was something created. I just have to go back and see for the Drifter if it's actually applicable, right? Because we had, maybe we can check that. Maybe we can check. Wait, where is that? Drifter 21. What is this? Drifter 21. Yeah, this was like a test, but I don't know if I really agree to it, right? So it's apart the DI is really, really weird. I don't have the. Yeah, you see that this actually has a different eye, right? Has a completely different eye. And the eye itself is not bad, it's just too big. It's just too big. I think the recoloring is not really adding much, right? It's just a pure, I mean, a pure recolor is not really helping, right? So it should have some, I don't know, additional stripes or additional or a different marks or whatever, something, right? You should have something. So probably, I think we are not ready for that second texture, but we have a different texture for the Rivnak, which is this one, which I think is very nice. At the end, it came out very nice, right? So we have this one. And then we have a second skin for we have a second skin for the Yulbar, right? Which is this guy, which is this small guy. The problem is, how can you buy the new? So do you think you should buy it from a list, or do you think you should be able to see it? I think you should be able to see it, right? You cannot buy a creature without knowing what creature is it, right? And in theory, the Beastmaster could even sell actual monsters, right? Just in a scaled down version as pets, right? What we were saying the other day, right? So you could have a Quildrake or whatever. You could have this guy, right? As a creature that you buy, right? Right? I mean, in theory, as long as we have the walk animation and the run animation and the idle animation, we are good, right? That can actually become a pet. It's just a matter of changing the race and changing the scale, right? So the problem I have is how do we have the players see the creature, right? How can they actually see the creature? I mean, in theory, we could spawn it on the client only, temporarily. Or do you think that they should be like in cages, right? So that the Beastmaster has... Let me see if I can find a... no, they don't understand the concept of a Beastmaster. These all AI generated images, by the way. Oh, look, there is me. Ah, that's me. Let me try. Oh my god, there is a mosquito. Are you serious? Wait a second. A mosquito followed me up to here? What the fuck? The flying vampire is in my home. The problem of the flying vampire is that if you kill it, it's like not even one XP, right? So it's like half XP. So I mean, it's really hard to level up by killing. But I cannot see it anymore. But it's around here. Bastard. Okay. Let me try Beastmaster shop and see if there is anything more relevant. No, they don't understand Beastmaster shop. Okay. They don't understand Beastmaster shop. They don't understand that. Okay, no one has a Beastmaster shop. Maybe it's not called this way. How do you call it in English? I mean, someone selling beast. How do you call someone? How do you call a fantasy medieval character selling beasts of different types in a shop? I think it's a Beastmaster, beast merchant, beast monger, creature vendor, beast trader, monster dealer, master of the beast. I mean, to me, it's always been a Beastmaster, but beast merchant. Let me try 1 second. Beast merchant, if you are more lucky. Slightly better. Slightly better, but not really. But yeah, I think I would like him to have a shop, right? No, Beast Merchant is not really. It's not really a thing. Okay, so it exists only in my mind, I guess. Hello, Eagle. Hi. Tiger Goant, yes. Yes. Okay, so what I'm thinking to have a shop, right? So there is this guy that potentially is I think is a Diaboli, because I would like to put it in Listarindel somewhere. I don't know if there is enough space, but I think we can find space, right? We can move some houses in case, but I think it could be. It could be a Diaboli, right? Now. Now, this guy. This guy will this guy, right? This guy. This guy. Now, this guy, I'm a bit undecided if we should have cages. I mean, we actually have cages, right? I don't know if the beast needs to be inside a cage or if the beast needs to be somewhere else, right? I mean, like they are appearing as needed. The problem of putting them in a cage, right? The problem of putting them in a cage is the size of the cage, because we have creatures that are very, very different size. And also, I don't think that is... I may have asked it already, but how do you solve the avatar error? Is it running U5 or Chevy OBS? I was just trying to do it. I can find easy way to do it. No, it's a program. It's called Animates. By the way, it's free. Then he has some I'll give you the link here. He has some paid stuff, but with the free stuff you can already do a lot, right? And you can try it for free, and it basically allowing you to connect a webcam like the one that I have, and recognize your face movement, and you can have all these different characters, like you see this bear here, or this wolf man, and things like that. So they have very different ones. The basic ones are free. Then the most advanced one you have to pay, but even if you pay, it's very little money. I mean, you just pay a few dollars. I mean, it's very, very reasonable. So every VTuber, I think that most of the VTubers have this one. I think most of you VTubers using that. It's fairly popular, actually. I'm Italian. Yes, I'm Italian. I am. I mean, I think fitting stuff into cages will be very hard. For example, if we have to fit this guy into a cage, right? We need a very long cage. If we have to fit... if we have to fit this guy, right? This guy into a cage... which doesn't even make sense, right? You don't even keep, a horse like this into a cage, right? I don't know if the guy will actually carry the beast, or he will just have the beast like the player have, like they are summoned from another dimension, and they are kept like in a astral pocket, in the meantime. So you summon the beast and you unsummon the beast, from another plane or whatever, magically. You love Garda Lake? Yeah, Garda Lake is very, very nice. Garda Lake is a beautiful place. But I think it will be good for you to be able to see it, right? So I think it should... maybe it will not be in a cage. Maybe it will be just on a kind of a pedestal, right? It may have different pedestal. I think the beast like this one probably should be on the ground. So if you have a beast like this, I think it should be... I think it should probably be on the ground. Wow, when you delete something that you just added and it's computing references for like 20 minutes, it's kind of funny. It happened to me already. You add something and then you just delete it. When you delete it, it starts to compute reference between different, I don't know why. And he's preparing, now he's preparing static. You cannot see it because it's below it, but okay, now it's gone. He was preparing 1,500 static meshes, whatever. So yeah, I think we need space for. So do you think it should be client? Yeah, I think it should be client side. I think it should be client side. I think it cannot be a cage. I think a cage is a bad idea. I think I will archive the cage idea. I think there should just be a space where you can see the different animals and you can probably summon one animal at a time. But the question is, if we just speak with the guy, we don't have a lot of space on screen, right? To actually, or he transforms himself into the creature, but I think it's kind of stupid. I don't think he should transform himself. I think he should just, because this can all be done through a quest, right? But when you are speaking with the NPC, you have a very frontal view of the NPC, and there is really, I mean, you're not really seeing around too much, right? So if I go, for example, to, I don't know, I will have to fix that in theory. But fine. Oh, Kaiman is here. I was not expecting him to be here. Fuck. Okay, let's go to someone else. Okay, let's go to this guy. He's obviously looking the other way, but it's fine. So if you somehow speak with this guy, right? I don't know why I have like 7 torches in my inventory. If you speak with this guy, imagine you're speaking with this guy. By the way, there is also yourself in front, right? So yeah, you can move, but still you are in the way. So if we're speaking with this guy and this guy is telling you, oh yes, I am a beast master, right? I am a beast master. I have this different beast available, right? And you click here on the beast, right? You click here on the beast. So if the beast is like summoned on his side, like imagine that he's summoned here. First of all, the beast is half covered by the text, right? He's half covered by the text. Then maybe he will not fit into the view. So I don't know. I think it's a bit hard, no? How long have you been doing this, please? Many years. Many years. And we went through different different engines, right? We arrived to Unreal Engine in 2018, 19, but we were on another engine before that. And some of the models are still the same of the previous engine, but most have been changed. Like these models have been upgraded somehow during the years. So many years, but I do it. I do it as a hobby. I do it in my spare time, you know. So I have a regular job and I do this in my spare time. But yes, it's been a tremendous amount of work. If you consider that every piece that you see has been made manually, right? So there is before AI. So there is a bit of AI here and there, but very little compared to the overall game. So how the hell can we have the selection, right? How can we have the selection? Who's that guy? Willem? Warren? He moved a bit and then he got stuck. I think his path is not correct. Anyway, I mean, another possibility, right? Another possibility would be to have a kind of a new menu, right? So that like that you, I mean, similar to buy and sell. But I don't really know how the hell I can do this. Are you an era programmer? Yeah, I've been a programmer in the past, yes. As a job, I was also a programmer, but mostly I've been a consultant. I've been in, but yes, I've been in software companies pretty much my whole life, but more, you know, industrial software or definitely not video games. Another option would be to have a kind of a menu, right? Pop up when you speak with a guy. But definitely you need space, right? You need space. Another possibility would be... Wait, the flying vampire is here. Flying vampire is here. Wait. No, I missed it. Fuck. How? No, I missed the mosquito, guys. It was in front of me. How it is possible that I missed it? You serious? Did I really miss it? Yeah, because it was flying in front of the monitor and I didn't want to, you know, punch the monitor, so I... Okay, fuck, it will be here again, I'm sure. It will be here again. That looks absolutely amazing. Yeah, I think it looks okay. I mean, obviously graphic wise is pretty outdated, right? So, but yeah, we have a full seat. We have a number of cities, right? So you can I can show you the city from the top, right? So there is the city from the top. So a lot of houses and buildings and trees and stuff, right? And we have weird buildings there at the back, and there is an arena, and yeah, there is more land to explore. There is actually a lot of land to explore. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted by this freaking vampire. They want to suck my blood, unfortunately, and he's not giving up. He's flying around me. You motherfucker. He's flying around me and he wants to bite me. Okay, anyway. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that the guy... I think it is the best idea, actually. I think that we can have an interactable. We can have an interactable. Meaning, I don't know if it should be a pedestal or if it should be something. I don't know exactly what it should be. But the idea would be an interactable. An interactable. Yeah, I think an interactable is the best. I think an interactable object is the best. So the perspective here is all fucked. I think it can work this way. You go to the NPC, right? You go to the NPC, and he says, I'm a Beastmaster. You know, you can speak with him, right? So you can speak with him, and he say, I'm a Beastmaster. I sell creature, right? I sell creatures and blah blah blah, right? So he will say that. He will say that. And actually what he says is on the left, yes. And here you will have the option, I want to see the creatures, right? And this option will always be there, right? I want to see the creatures. And I want to see the creatures will trigger just a standard dialogue, right? Will trigger a standard dialogue that says how to see the creatures. And so it will tell you enter the I don't know if it's a ranch or whatever it is. Enter the fan, go behind the fence, whatever, right? Enter the stall. Maybe it should be a stall. I think a stall is hard because is then you know too dark. So I'm thinking to a place that is a bit more like is a bit more like this. I'm thinking to a place that is a bit more like this garden, right? Maybe with fences. I think it should have fences all around. You should have fences all around, and you should have the animals. The problem is that I don't think I can afford one area per animal. So I want to have a sort of... You know what I'm thinking? Which is kind of funny. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking to have people pay to actually see the creature. Even a very small amount. But if we do it this way, we can actually have the interactable. So imagine you have a small... magical artifact, okay? This magical artifact, we have to design it a bit, okay? So it can be a pedestal like this with... or maybe it can even be this one that I didn't use in a very, very long time. Right? It's always been there. I think it's super nice. Wait, it's still loading, I think. I know, because it's in unlit. In unlit, it's not, it doesn't show because it's... But yeah, it could be like a magical thing, or it could be... I think if we take any staff... I can build it. I can build something that looks like a magical artifact, right? I can take, for example, the top of this staff, change it a bit, add more things, you know, and it will be good. So I can take this, scale it 1 million times, and put it inside a pedestal so that it looks like he's a kind of a magical artifact, right? We can design it. I don't know exactly how but we can do it. We can do it. So imagine that Imagine that in an area like this, right? In an area like this, there is this magical thingy, okay? And then there is him as well, right? So there is the magical artifact, which is actually an interactable. Can I please move or not? Okay, thank you. There is the I don't know exactly, but anyway, there is the magical artifact somewhere, and there is him, the guy. Okay. And there is the guy. And now the guy is a bit big compared to this particular view, but it's fine. Right? And there is the guy. So you go to speak with the guy, and the guy tells you, oh yes, I'm the Beastmaster, I want to see the creatures, right? And for the creatures is giving you the ability to see the creature with this artifact. So you go to the artifact, and we can actually do this because we have a container artifact, right? So in the container artifact, we can say that you have to put money, or you have to put magical powder or whatever you want, right? But anyway, something that at the end costs money or costs time, right? You may have to put a sort of magical powder or whatever, and he's telling you how much to put to see each creature, right? And I think I can go like from 1 to 10, right? Or from 10 to 100 so I don't know if I can visualize that price list, right? I don't think I can visualize the price list, unfortunately. Well, I think we can with the description of the object. Yeah, if we describe the object, I think we can. I think we can have a description of a pedestal if we customize it. Yes, we can have the description we want. So in theory it could be inside the description, or it can be something that it tells you. So let's assume that it tells you oh yes, we have some very special, we have some, what the fuck, we have some special creature, right? So here it will say interact with the magical artifact to sell, not to sell, to see the creatures, right? To see the creatures. Interact with the magical artifact to see the creatures, right? And then it will tell you something like give me Trias, and I will give you the magical powder needed to activate the artifact, right? Give me the Trias, I will give you the magic. So I think it could be, if you trade with him, right? You give him money, he's giving you back exactly the same amount of a magical powder, right? Maybe 1 to 10. Like you give him 10 Tria, is giving you 1 magical powder or something like this. I don't know if we can do easily a multiple off, but he could give you a magical powder that then you use inside the artifact, right? And then you go to the artifact, and you put in the magical powder. Now, I don't know if I can really say, oh, if you want to see, at the beginning we will not have many creatures, but in the long run we will have many creatures. So I have to be a bit prepared. I mean, at the moment, I can say we only have 2 creatures to show, right? We have the blue Yulbar, which I don't even know if he has a name. I don't know if the blue Yulbar actually has a name. Does he have a name? I mean, did we call it like blue? I don't think so, right? Did we create a name for this guy? I don't know. I don't remember. Well, we can rename it anytime. We can rename it anytime. But I think at the moment we will have 2 creatures. We will have this blue guy, and we will have the Rivnak, the other Rivnak, right? I think the name is inside the database in Race Info, actually, now that I think about it. Race Info should have it. Race Info should have a name. Crystal Yulbar is called. Okay, Crystal Yulbar. Fine. So... okay, so I think you can exchange powder. Now, you can exchange powder with him for money. So there is a bit of a money sink. So just to see the creature, you have to pay a bit of money, right? A bit of coins. Obviously, in-game coins, not real money. Right? And then what happens? Then he's telling you, for example, put 10 magical powder to see the, or those can be different. Those can be different answers, right? That he has in his dialogue, right? I think this can be different answer that he has in his dialogue permanently. And it can probably say, it can probably be, I want to see, I don't know if I want to say, I want to see, yeah, I think it should tell you in the text. I think it should tell you in the text here. I think it should be in the text here, and you should say, to see the crystal Yulbar, use for example 10 powder, right? Use 10 powder, and then it will tell you to see the desert Rivnak, use 20 powder, right? So I think it will tell you this. The problem is that we may have many animals. So maybe in the future, when we will have like 20, we will split them in categories, right? I think to see, maybe, I don't know, if you want to summon, we'll probably say to summon a crystal Yulbar, use 10 powder, right? Something like that. To summon a desert Rivnak, use 20 powder, right? And then it will tell you something like this is temporary, right? If you want to buy one, ask me explicitly or something like that, right? And then it will have I want to buy, so this will be other answers, right? I want to buy a crystal Yulbar, right? So this will be additional answer that he has in his standard dialogue. Fuck, I fucked up. But anyway, you get the idea. So I need to create a dialogue. Yeah. Or I want to buy I want to buy Desert Reef next. So this way we solve the problem because you do the quest, right? You do the quest. You speak with him just to know what to do, but then you go into another. Oh, it's snowing. But then you go into another place, right? Which is this, and the creature will summon only for you. Will summon only for you, or will summon for everyone? No, I think we need to summon it only for you, because if I summon it for everyone, it will be problematic because multiple people can summon things and it will become a mess, right? I think I need to summon it only client side. Okay. Okay, so what do we need? I think the plan is good. I think the plan is good. I think the plan is good. I like it. I think we should do it this way. So what we need, what we need is this. We need Can I select only this, or is it too hard for you? Perfect. So we need so let's list what we need. So we need the NPC, and that is super easy. Well, it's kind of easy, right? So we need one NPC. We need to give him a name. We need to give him a description. We need to give him like a visual look. Yeah, we need to actually make him look interesting, but that's fine. With visual equipment and everything, I think we can. So we need an NPC. Then we need one place, right? I think the place could actually be Listarindale. I just have to think. Let me go there 1 second. By the way, Eagle, the game is released, so you can play it if you want right now. You can just download it and you can play it. So where do you think we can... where do you think we can put it, right? I mean, if we really want, we can remove houses, right? I think this could be a good place. Because I don't think we have many other places with empty ground. Obviously it's snowing now because he decided to snow. What was the command? Whether Listarindale off? Why is saying sector invalid? Because it's called Listarindale area. Bro, what if... I'm trying to stop the snow, but seems it doesn't want to do it. Crap. Okay, I cannot stop it. I don't know why. Fuck, I cannot stop the freaking... I cannot stop the snow. But anyway, I think this could be a good place because there is enough space actually. Oh, maybe it stopped. Oh, maybe it just took a bit. I don't know. I think this could be a good place. There is enough space. The artifact could be here. Is a separate area. This can be the house. This can be the house of the Beastmaster, right? So you can live there. And now the only problem is that it's a bit open, right? I mean, if he has this magical artifact, maybe you want to protect it a bit more, but I don't think the artifact should be inside the house. I think that, I mean, the house will be there, but I mean, the house is there, but actually these doors are still kind of annoying to go through, huh? As a clan, at least. If you don't go exactly in the center, you like get stuck a bit. Well, maybe not too much, but anyway, this will be his home, right? And 250. Holy shit! All these doors should be 500. Yes. I think the artifact can be here and the creature can appear whatever here, right? So I think we need to put a kind of a spawn point, but the spawn point can also be just a coordinates, right? I don't know if I want to put a real marker. So I think it can be, yeah, I think it's a good point. I think it's a good spot. Maybe the NPC can even be here. I think it would be nice that when you speak with him, you see like the artifact in the background, right? So that wherever it is positioned, the artifact is kind of visible. I think to do that, I will have to place him probably here, and I will have the artifact. I will have the artifact here, and then the creature will just spawn in the middle. Right? Yeah. Okay, let's try to use this coordinate. I think it's a good coordinate. So, how do we create? The easiest way to create a new NPC, I think, is to upload it, right? Is to script it with the XML. And then we modify it as needed. Yeah. Could you copy paste a small cave? What do you mean a small cave? Like it looks like a... It looks like an entrance? Like an entrance to a cave or something? But... then what is above it? I understand what you mean. I think I understand what you mean. But I think I want it to look very magical. I think I want it to look very, very, very magical. And I don't think a cave looks very magical. So we need a name. We need a name for this guy. Oh my god. Do we call it Beastmaster? No. We need a name for this guy. Can it be do we already have the brother of Gregory somehow or not? I think Gregory, because Gregory was also speaking about a Beastmaster sometimes, no? Let me think about it. I have a deja vu here. I have a deja vu. Wait. Beast. Wait a second. Beast. Beast. Jolter, no, because Jolter is the beast. I'm reading all the beast dialogues. I'm a beastmaster. Jolter says that he's a beastmaster. Well, in theory it is because he's the one of the Pterzo, right? But I'm a beastmaster, he's saying. I'm a beastmaster. I remember there was someone in the arena. Keeper of the beast. Wait. Keeper of the beast, always learning new tricks and making Nessus snare them. Birkin. Birkin is the one in the arena. Let me see what he's saying. I am the head of the arena hunters. It's my responsibility to catch all of those monsters. Okay. There you're ready to wrangle some beast in the arena. Beast and wild. No, I'm reading on the other monitor. Horrible beast. Yeah, I think it was Birkin that I was remembering. That he's saying that he's hunting beast for the arena, but it's a bit different though, right? Because this guy. Does no, I'm thinking if he should also show you other creatures, but I don't think so. I think it's only familiars or anyway pets that you can buy. Okay. Does Gregory have a brother or Stevald? Yes, Poliuntri Stevald. Oh fuck. Okay, he already has a brother. Fine. No, I was thinking to connect some of these NPCs, right? So that they have a relationship. Some of them have a relationship. Like they are brothers, or they are wife and husband, or they are father and child, or whatever, right? So for example, Kaiman, right? Kaiman is a merchant. Can he have another brother merchant, but this merchant of can be his father or something? Or it can just be his friend. I don't know how old is Kaiman, but I think it can be his brother. Are you okay with a brother? Should be a man or a girl? Ah, that's a big question. Because it should be a girl, actually. The Beastmaster should be a girl, because we don't have enough girls in the game. We don't have enough female characters, huh? So if I make another male, I think I'm doing a mistake. If I make another male. Yeah, should be a female. Let me see. NPC and NPC distribution, right? NPC distribution. We only have 4 Diaboli female. Now we want to move. I think the only NPC that is here is a Diaboli male. Yeah, let me do a female. Let me do a female. So it will be a Diaboli female, actually. Yep. My face is stuck, huh? As usual. Fuck it. Okay. Will be a Diaboli female. So if I, so we need a name. So can the female be related to some of the existing NPC? Well, can be the sister of Kaiman. Sister of Kaiman. Okay, will be the sister of Kaiman. Now we need a female name. Now we need a female name that we don't have yet, and is hopefully not a player. Hopefully not a player. Fantasy Brownie's name. I think it's easier if I generate it myself, by the way. But let's see if any of this name like Temal is not too bad. These are very weird names. Reasa. Reasat. Can also be a simple name like Tas, but Innes. Should we call her Innes? Do we already have an Innes in game? Innes. Innes is a bit of a weird name, but I kind of like it actually. Let me see how many Innes we have. We have 1 player. Innes Dragon Lezard. What is the last time he connected to the game? When is the last time he connected to the game? It was created in 2004, October 1st. And I assume that the last login was in 2008. So I think it's a fairly safe name. Okay. So we will go for Innes. And the last name will be Gilat. Which is she will be the sister of Kaiman, okay? Will be the sister of Kaiman. And she's a Beastmaster. Easy. Easy Beastmaster girl. And the race ID is what? the race ID is 20. We don't care about all of this. We only care about the location because the location is actually meaningful. So I have to copy that. I have to copy that fantastic number. Minus 148, 298. Okay. Minus 533, 985. Okay. And height is 184.8, whatever. Yes. And the angle is 4.4, 4.5. 4.5. Okay, now we need a description of the Beastmaster, right? We need a description. Let me do it this way. I'm creating, let me say, for Planeshift MMO, I'm creating a Beastmaster NPC. She's a female Diaboli. She's a female Diaboli. You can read the race page of Planeshift IT website for the race details. I need a description with some special traits, right? Vrina. He called it Vrina, but I think Innes is okay. Vrina is not bad though, huh? I kind of like it. I kind of like Vrina. Beastmaster. Tall imposing Diabolic woman, the skill is a hue of smoldering coals. Her horn polished to a deep crimson sheen. Okay. Unlike many of their kind who sharpen the horns to point her curse backward but you cannot shape your horn, so this is completely crazy. Edge with faint runic patterns say to calm wild creatures. Okay, this is kind of nice. So I think we can actually have the horns with some patterns. A thick barbed tail flicks behind her constantly. That's a pity. We cannot really customize the tail of the Diaboli. I think I should really add it one day. I think it's really a pity that I don't have it. I also need more horns customization. Absolutely, I need to. I think we should make the horn a separate part of the body, like we have the hair, and then customize it. But yeah. Her left eye bears a pale smelly scar, not from the battle but from an incident where she was okay, I think there are some good ideas. But so I like this. I like Okay. I think like this is enough. I took some pieces, I rewrote some others. No, it should be way shorter. How long is this? I mean, it cannot be like 20 pages, come on. How long is this? Is 363 characters. Okay, let me see if this is fine or not. I think we can use someone like this. So description. You see a tall, imposing diabolic with smoldering cold red skin. Well, but smoldering. I mean, huh? I mean, it's not burning, right? So, I mean, if we were saying that it looks like smoldering coal, I mean, it's fine. But if we say that it is smoldering, yeah, exactly. Then it is a bit better otherwise. With skin like that, smoldering color. Covered arms bear faint glowing runes saying to calm wild beast. She wearing enforced leather stitches with scale and full from creatures she has tamed or protected. Her yellow. Why? Nah, this will be cut. This doesn't make any sense. Okay. Skills and stats we don't care for this character, but we need definitely race basic, goats basic. We need general. I don't think we need idle important people. I think we will need Listarin that important people whenever that comes into play. And then we need her answers to so let's say she should be open to, I mean, she's a merchant at the end, right? She's a merchant and in general and should be welcoming new people, right? Should be happy to speak, right? To speak with new people. At the same time, her knowledge, let's say, with nature is definitely present, and animals is definitely present, right? But yeah, she should be happy to speak with you because she's a merchant, so she wants to sell you stuff. So it cannot be annoyed, right? If I can say what I think of a male dwarf with some big animals. Anyway, the house is super small. The house is kind of small, yeah. These are the houses that we built some time ago. I mean, it's small, but it's enough to fit is enough to fit a person, right? I mean, to fit a bed, a table, few chairs, and a cabinet. Yeah, this is not the smallest one. We have smaller houses than this. There are yeah, like this one. This one is smaller. Bro, I need to change this because it's not something you can open easily. Yeah, this one is even smaller, right? This one, there is only the space for a bed and maybe a chair and it's a very small table. Yeah, the houses are small. Well, I mean, I don't think it's that small, but definitely small. But, you know, I have to change all the doors. This 250, it doesn't work, right? It doesn't work for doors. Let me take a note so we change it. We have to change that. Okay. I do the rest, bit admire the creatures. Welcome every creature is its purpose, but I can help you find yours. This one is very nice. This one is very nice. I like it. Okay, so the first greeting will be welcome, every creature has its purpose. Perhaps I can help you find yours, right? That I think is a good one. Beasts know good hearts when they see them. Let's see, are you fair? This one is also not bad, I would say. This one is not bad. Okay, we have two greetings response. Now we need the about you. We need the about you. Tell me about you response. Tell me about you responses. She's I don't know if you want to say she's the sister of Kaiman Gilat, a merchant the player may have seen in Idla. A small cave to a small house. A female dwarf? No, it must be a Diablo. There is no way. It must be a Diablo. It must be a Diablo. I'm no city merchant like my brother Kaiman. I live for creatures, not coin. Steel trade is trade. Another to be enough for that. Nah. Blood ties with Isla to my brother Kaiman Gillett by my heart. I think we can have. I think we can have actually this answer if you ask about Kaiman. I think there can be one really there can be one trigger if you ask about him. Probably she should not mention it in the normal responses. Probably not. So in the about you, I don't know. I don't like this too much. Let's remove the brother. I spend more years among clothes and feathers than among people. Beasts are honest, there's more I can say for most folks. Okay, that I think is a good answer. That I think is a very good answer. So we will use this. And then we need the how are you. Hey, the house is super small, Hula, but bigger houses cost us so much money, so people also like small houses, you know? Not everyone can afford a very large house. As well as Beastar, there comes alive, health is surrounded by creature who don't live. No, the beast is better than yesterday. The answers can be a bit longer. I think it's too short. I tend to the beast. I teach my patient longer than try and complain. I measure my days in Elton. I measure my days by the health of my animals. They are well, I'm so well. Okay, this is not bad. I think we can use it. Without the middle part though. I'm just measuring my animals. They are well. They are well, so I am well. And if we can have another one, maybe. Are you thinking to add some animals? Coral? What do you mean coral? You mean underwater or what? Coral? What do you mean by coral? I don't like any of these answers. They're all pretty bad. I mean, they are too generic. Like a horse in Western Farm, a circle in wood for animal training, or some sort of. You mean to have some animals that? Yeah, we can have some animals go around. You mean some animals just running around the city or running or being in this area? I mean, we can have some where the master is mastering. Well, you will summon them, right? You will summon them on. You will summon the creatures. You will summon the creatures. And this I think she can say. It's a bit too specific, but it's not bad. I watched a hatchling. Can hatchling be? Yeah, I think hatchling. What is exactly translation of hatchling? I mean, it's just a small creature, or it must be a small creature coming from a hag. I think it must be coming from egg. Yeah, exactly. No, let's change it. Let's say the problem is that he's using all this freaking wrong characters. Okay, that is good. Can we also have a response 3 maybe? Or not? Maybe we can. There are some ideas with this Beastmaster, so... which beast you would like to have? Just 1 or 2 social pet around the master. Yeah, maybe yes. Maybe yes, we can have. We can have... I mean, she could have her pet, right? In theory. I assume she has a pet. I don't know what, but she could have a pet. What pet should she has? Should she have? What pet could that be? It's not bad. This one is not bad. We just have to change it slightly, but I think the idea is nice. It's saying I spend my morning untangling a Groffel from my fence. I think we can say I spend my morning rescuing a Groffel from what? From a trapper. Then explaining to him again. Then explaining to him again why bigger creatures cannot be food. Yeah, okay. I think it's fine. Should she be in any of the factions? I don't know. Do we have Beastmaster in any... Do we have Beastmasters in any faction? I have no idea. Beast. 0. I think she will be unaligned. Yeah, she will be not aligned to a faction. Well, she could be Xiosia in theory. Okay, let's give him a bit of Xiosia. Xiosia is Seed of the Wildwood. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Let's give it a bit of Seed of the Wildwood. Maybe not a high value, but like 80 or so. Yeah. Okay, this is our new NPC. She can answer to basic questions. She has some basic knowledge. She has a description. She has a location, right? And yeah, I think it is good. So let's try to load it up. Okay, so to load it, I need wait, the ID, do I have to specify an ID or the ID is automatically created? I think the ID is automatically created, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Yes, because it's, yeah, I think it's just giving it the next available number. So I think it's fine. Okay, if I launch import NPC production, if I launch, well, production on my machine anyway, we're still working. We are still working here on my machine, so nothing. Import NPC prod. Import NPC. Import NPC prod. It should be doing it. Yeah, it's... What? No, this is the old... Wait. No. Stop this shit. Fuck. How do I stop it? No, I will stop this one, I guess. I want to stop it. Stop it. Okay. This is not update. It's not the updated script for whatever reason. Yeah, there is the updated script. Okay, nice. I think she can have her own pet. We just need to decide what is which one is the pet, right? Which creature it is. I think it would be nice if it's a quill drake, actually. Also a Carcaras would be nice. The problem with the Carcaras is that the model is very old and the animations are not very nice, so it may not look super good. But a Carcaras would also be nice. I would vote for the Carcaras of the quill drake as her pet. We can create that. Okay, let's see if it was created or if we got any errors or anything else. If we go under characters now and we search for Ines again, we should find 2. No, we don't. So it means that this didn't work. This didn't work. So we probably got an error in loading. I don't know why it happened, but it happened. Because there is a player name. I think I have to rename this player name. Yes, I didn't think about it. Fuck. We cannot call the NPC like the player. We cannot. Do we want to use the name that was suggested by the AI, that Vrisa thingy? Even if that Vrisa, I think we have. I can change slightly the name. I can have. I can have it like Inesa or Innesia, or yeah, I can have it like Innesia. Innesia is kind of weird, but I like it. Okay, there's no one named Innesia, so we can name it this way. Okay, she just changed name. So do you think that the artifact can just take money, or it should take a magical powder? I think it would be nice if it's a magical powder, actually, but... This log file says 100 of pages you have to read it. Okay, it was created. Okay, it was created. It was created. Okay, so we have it. So that is the NPC ID. We have it. So it was created. So we can say repopulate NPC true, and we can repopulate only her, so we see her. Okay, so we can test it, but she will work. I think will be fine. So she will answer to the different question. We can customize slightly the look. We can add leather armor, you know, and few things, but she may probably be all leather. For sure with gloves and boots and stuff, but fine. So now we have the NPC, right? We have the NPC. The place we defined it, right? We defined it. So we have the location. Now we need the artifact. Right? We need the artifact that is actually able to generate the creatures, right? For you to see them. I think I liked I think I like the idea to use a kind of let me think about it 1 second. I think I like the fact that the artifact is a bit like this. I just don't like the bottom of it. Can we use one of the new... Wait. Can we use one of the crystals? Because we have some very nice crystals, but we don't use them enough. Maybe we can also use like a column. I think I would like to have a kind of a pedestal and then the artifact on top, right? And we can modify. Yeah, this will not be super quick to make, huh? Unfortunately, it will take a bit of time to make, but it's okay. We can take our time. So we have some yeah, we have some very nice minerals that we never used, like for example this one. Now This actually, I kind of like it. But I don't like the... wait, Mineral M7. Oh, fuck. Kind of like it though, because it looks like a weird. I mean, I'm thinking to remove the ground and make it more of a pedestal, but having these cubes, I think it's pretty cool actually. The problem you see that they are all mapped like in a insane, in an insane way. So. I don't know, maybe not. I mean, the texture was kind of interesting, but we always have this pedestal that we never used. I understand it's a bit too modern, maybe, right? It's a bit too modern. I mean, it looks a bit too science fiction, maybe. But but at the same time, I kind of like it. What is this pedestal? This pedestal is this pedestal Vault of Ages pedestal 1. Vault of Ages. Fuck. I don't have it. I know it's under buildings. Pedestal 1. Pedestal 1. I'm thinking if I completely remove this, right? And then on top of this, and then on top of that, and then on top of that, or I put a kind of a shard like this, right? But a shard like that, Hmm. GG. I'm thinking what I can build that it actually looks reasonable as an artifact, right? I think the only one that actually has any is really this one, but I cannot have it the same, right? I cannot have it the same. I mean, absolutely, I cannot have it the same. I mean, it can be inspired, but it cannot be this, right? It cannot be this. Cannot be this, but it can be somehow inspired, right? So staff 03 FBX, staff ones, staff ones, staff ones, staff 1, staff 03, staff 03A FBX. Oh wow. I don't understand too much this jump. It's really broken, huh? It's basically a broken yeah. I see. It's a broken thing. I see. I see, my boys. Yeah, it's like a broken gem. I mean, it was a gem, but now the gem is broken. We can rebuild it. It's been broken pretty badly. Because, yes. Because whatever. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it has been like fucked up a bit. I don't know exactly why. It's been fucked up like this, but it is. I'm thinking what to do with this. thinking what to do with this. By the way, nothing of this is symmetrical, right? All this whole thing is completely off. It's kind of weird, but that's the way it is. Right, so this is nothing of this is really symmetrical. It's all a bit weird. Right? I mean, not that we need perfect symmetry, but at least I was, you know. I was hoping for some of it. Maybe the bottom doesn't correspond to the top. I mean, the best correspondence is this. What the? What? I don't know what I clicked. I clicked something weird. Yeah, this is kind of the best correspondence. Still quite fucked up, but getting better and better every second. Maybe. It's completely off center. I don't know. This thing is weird. It's like not regular by purpose. I don't know why. But yeah, it is completely irregular, right? There was probably a reason for this, but that is really weird. I don't even know if it's fixable because it's just broken. But yeah, I mean, we don't need it perfect. It can be a bit weird, right? It's a magical artifact, so it may look a bit strange. It may look a bit strange. I'm fine with this thing looking a bit strange. I'm fine. There's a magical artifact at the end, so just don't know if I agree with the dimensions though. Don't know if I agree with the dimensions, but we can see that now the color will be different. Now the question is, can we reuse a bit of this but not making it identical? Can we reuse this but not making it identical, boys? Can we have a bit of a spiral but not super identical? Can we? I don't know if I want to delete this part. Probably the answer is yes. Can we have 4 of those or? So consider this thing as a face and as a side, right? So in reality, what I'm doing now, I mean, it should be like this, right? Because this thing is a side and as a face. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm open for ideas. I'm open to ideas or anything. First of all, I don't understand why there are all these sharp in a kind of a, but now the point is that I'm making it even simpler than what it was, right? I'm making it very simple. Right. It's a bit of a problem of, well, apart from the overall fuck up that this thing is not centered in any possible way, but apart from that, which is already a bit disturbing, but I think what is most disturbing is the fact that this thing is so low. Oh my god, this thing not being, you know, straight makes me go crazy. this thing not being straight makes me go completely crazy. Completely crazy. I understand it's a jam and so it could be, you know, slightly off, but that much off makes me go crazy, completely crazy. Like, do we like the 2 horns? I don't know if I like them actually. I think it looks a bit stupid. I don't think I like the 2 horns at the end. I mean, we can have 4. But I think they are wrong. I don't know why, but they are definitely wrong. They are not correct. They are not the way they should be. I don't know. They are too big, or they are too small, or they are in the wrong place. I don't know. But they are not proper for this thing. Maybe slightly better. I think it still looks very, 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 very weird. If you have any suggestions, let me know. You can send me a picture of what you think it should be. You can send me a picture. Of what you think it should be. I don't know. I'm trying different configurations and see if by any chance I get something that I like. But I think this gem in the middle always looks too big. I'm not really convinced about this thing though. I mean, why is bending the other way? I mean, I understand that it was originally bending the other way, right? I understand that, but do we still want it bending the other way? Is it bending this way better or not? Is it bending? No, I think it's worse. I think the way it was better, probably. I mean, it still looks a bit weird, but... Okay, let me try a second. Let me try a second. This. If we... these two pieces are separate, right? Yeah, they are separate. Now it's one piece. If I save it as pedestal artifact, pedestal artifact, then we export it as pedestal artifact, yes. And then we import it under GG, probably buildings. Work content vault. I think I will put it here. I think I will just randomly put it here for now. I don't know, I don't have a place for these things, right? So this is a kind of a magical pedestal of... I mean, it can be jewelry, but it's not really jewelry. Can be mechanism, maybe. Okay, let's put it under mechanism. Better than nothing. So if I import that... pedestal artifact. Pedestal artifact. Okay. If now... If now I say that, okay, my base is my base, I think the base I have no issue. And I say that these colors are pretty much the same colors. I think I'm fine with those. But then I say that, okay, but now the problem is this, right? So this, or we make it completely like that, but I think it will look weird. Yeah, it definitely looks very, very, very weird and not very nice. This is not an easy one, huh? I could split. Yeah, I think if I go metal, it's just looking stupid, right? If I go metal, it's just not working. If I use the staff, I think it would be so much recognizable that if I use this, right, I think it would be super weird. I don't understand why we have this crazy effect. You see this crazy effect? Probably because that part is metal and I mean, I can also remove the sides, right? I can also remove the side, leave only the thing in the middle. Okay, let me try. So we could also do this, right? I could also have the gem in the middle and I could have only the gem in the middle. And then I can have a kind of a particle effect, right, around it. We can have a sphere. We can have a kind of a sphere around it. I think it would be doable. Now, one problem we have with this is that I mapped it in a kind of a stupid way. So obviously, this is not the way it should be, right? What is this? I don't understand that too much, but yeah, because we have 5 faces and one face is completely stretched. Huh? I don't know, this face is like... This face... Slightly better. This part... Wow, this part is super compressed. By the way. But we cannot do much about it. Unfortunately. I think this part I will just split it and mirror it and pray. I think I will just split it, mirror it and pray. There's one way. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The praying part, I think, is an important piece. Yeah, the problem of this thing is this is really, really weird. But I think it's supposed to be weird, being an artifact, but fine. I don't know. I think if we put a nice particle on it, it will look better. Yeah, at least the texturing is slightly better. I mean, it's still kind of broken down here, but I think if we have a nice particle, round particle effect around it, it may become slightly nicer. Now the only problem I have is that this should be something that you can activate. So where do we have the pedestal? Arcane pedestal. Exactly. Exactly. Arcane pedestal is an interactable container. Exactly. Is an interactable container. Now the only question is... Hello, Lucas. The blue and gold of it looks so nice. Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, it looks a bit science fiction, but I think these two together looks very nice. Yes, it looks a bit like Star Trek, but like science fiction artifact. But it's fine. We can invent whatever we want, right? It's our game. We do whatever we want. So fine. Now the problem is, do we have a particle? Do we have a particle that is actually permanent and and good. I think it should be a brown one, right? But it should be a continuous one, right? So like this one, but continuous. Isn't the same one that I put on the... that I put on the Xiosia thingy? Yes, I did. But you know what? It's still something that is summoning creature, so I think we can reuse it. I mean, it's a bit of a cheap fix, right? But I don't know if I want to design a new spell now, so a new particle now. So yes, it is a bit of a cheap solution. I don't know how it will work with this though, because I have no idea how this will look in real life, considering the fact that you have I think it's not bad. I mean, the green doesn't really go with the blue if you want, right? But do I have a green metal? I mean, we have a lot of this metal color. I think I can change it on the fly. We have a, you see, we have a bunch of, and I can just change. I can just create a new one. It's just a matter of changing this metal color, right? So if I want to create a green one, I just duplicate it, and this is already kind of green, by the way, huh? And I can do something like this, right? And it will look like a metal green. But now we killed the blue that you liked so much. I know. Yeah, you see, now is now is green. And we could do green, gold, green, green if we want, right? I don't know if green, gold, green is too heavy, right? But we can give it any color, right? Like this. Like this. I like the gold is really a bit too much. Is there one that you like more than another? I mean, you like the blue, I know, but I'm trying to have I'm trying to have the kind of green colors, because it is green and I think it should like be green as well. I think any of these colors look good at the end, and I mean they just look nice. I don't know, because just because they are metal, and metal in that shape of a V just looks nice. I mean, whatever you do, it looks nice. You can choose any color actually. But yeah. mean, green really doesn't work, right? So if you have the same color twice, it doesn't work. No, I didn't want to change that. I think this looks like the gray looks like fake, like. Okay, I have to move on. So I think we will use the golden. It's a bit too much, but it's fine. We will use the green, golden, green. Okay. Or we can do golden, green, green. Golden, green, green. Golden, green. It's kind of nice as well. Okay, anyway, would be this thing, right? Would be this thing. I don't know if I'm really in love with the shape. I think the shape is a bit stupid. I don't know if I should just give up on the... Just give up on the bottom part. And just have it like this, right? I don't know. The bottom part looks very weird. I mean, it's not really interesting in any way. It looks just a wrong mapping or whatever. A wrong design. So... Do you think it's better? With this bottom part? With this bottom part or without the bottom part? With the bottom part or without the bottom part? So basically like this or fuck, what is that? Wait, so like this or like this? I said it like this, it looks like it's coming out of nowhere, so... Probably, even if it was looking a bit weird, it was probably better before. I mean, it looks a bit weird, I cannot say no, so it does. But... You know, it's a kind of a magical thing. You never know. Okay, we will leave it like this. We have to move on anyway. We have to move on. I just don't know why it has this weird texture here, right? Why we cannot have the just green without those weird small faces, smiling faces? Why we cannot just have, you know? Because it's this, huh? It's this. think it is. Hey, unfortunately here the texture is super small, so the only green that we have in this, I mean, we could create a new piece here, right? But at the moment we don't have it, so we have to live with what we have, and that is what we have. So we have this kind of green piece we have to use as is, and yeah. Wait. Also, these white parts are super strange as well. So I don't know. They look like broken glass. I think overall they kind of look bad, but there's not much I can do. Trying to exclude them, right? But it's not that easy. Okay. Yeah, we need to recreate a green thing here that is actually plain green, and that will look nice. But fine, we cannot spend like 2 days on this thing, right? So we can improve it. If any one of you want to submit an artifact, model it in 3D, send it to me. You are more than welcome. At least it's more green than not. Which I think it looks better, actually. I removed a bit of the weird... okay, yeah, I think it looks better, actually. It looks better, because it looks more like is a kind of a gem, right? Okay. So, if we have this, now the problem is that this becomes an interactable, right? And as an interactable container, I have to create the new item, right? I need to create the new item. Yeah, I'm finishing a bit my time here, but okay, we have to create an item. And to create an item, I think the easiest is to copy from the current pedestal, because we have a pedestal that is already designed. Yeah, this guy, right? We can copy it 1-to-1 from this guy. 90,000. Wow, what a number. Clone. Can we have 90,001? This will be called summoning pedestal. And we need to point to this blueprint. Right. Need to point to this blueprint. The icon we don't care. Now the problem will be to design the script, right? Because this will be a magical summoning pedestal. I don't know why I uppercase everything, but So this thing should have a script associated. I don't even remember how to do it. No, we do it in game. We do it in game. We can associate a script to this guy. Because this would be a permanent item, right? Yes, it would be. It will be a permanent item. Yeah. I think so. Okay, so if we start our server now. If we start our server now, in theory we should have the NPC and we should be able to drop the arcane pedestal next to it. Then we need to design a script that is actually taking the item that is added to the pedestal and then is doing that check. I don't remember exactly how we did it, but I have an example already because it's working for the dungeons, right? We have the riddle dungeons that are working that way. So if I search, I think if I search here pedestal, is actually going to, or even better, pedestal spawned. Yes. Yeah, you see special tag to trigger the destruction of the contained item. So yeah, the script on toggle should be actually destroy content, and the problem is the this was a bit hard coded, right? So it may be that we have to do some code changes to actually have it. Destroy content, script on toggle. Destroy content is taking the script on toggle and is setting it to the script, but it doesn't tell me. Doesn't tell me what is the script though. It does not. It doesn't tell me. Go to dungeon 1. Script. I have to remember how the hell. Maybe I documented it. That's possible. It's possible that I have it on the wiki. Maybe. If we are lucky. No, we are not. We are not. No, we are not. No, I didn't document it, but basically I could associate, right, a script to the pedestal. That was basically triggering the riddle. Okay, our NPC is here, as you can see. Now we can customize it a bit, right? We can put maybe ladder and we can put some items and we can... So we will have to customize it, right? We will have to customize it. That's for sure. Problem is that I have to go, my boys. I really have to go. I really have to go. But I think I can spawn the... By the way, you can see the backpack now is correct. If you put it on your back place. So if I spawn, how do we call this thing? Summoning portal? No, summoning pedestal. No, how the hell did I call it? Yeah, I called it summoning pedestal actually. It's not loading it. Summoning. Okay, now we have a summoning pedestal. So if I drop it, holy shit, it's so big. Well, we may reduce it a bit. We may reduce it a bit. I was not expecting. I was not expecting this to be that big. I was not. But I will reduce it. The problem is that I cannot right click it. I cannot right click it. Why? I should be able to use it. Oh, I can go through. It's pretty cool. Now I can. Why now I can before I couldn't? I don't know. But you see that if I use it, no. If I look it, yes. If I look at it, you see that here he has as an empty slot, right? As an empty slot. So you can basically put items into it, and these and then it will do something if you put items. So I don't know if I can actually put money. Actually, I never tried. You can place money there. I cannot place money. Yeah, you can. Okay, you cannot place money. I don't know why you cannot place money, but it's okay. I think we will use no money. We will use a kind of a magical powder or something, or an orb or whatever. We will use something that is magical. So you will put this thing here, and then you will use it. And when you use it, two things will happen. One, if the server didn't crash, that this should be consumed. Now at the moment it's not consumed, I don't know why. But I think because it's not the right item, right? So we have to set the script. We have to set the script. I don't remember if it's this script or is this script. I don't remember. I don't know if we have we can generate a dungeon with we can generate a dungeon with a riddle, and we can see. But basically, because we have the same thing with the dungeon, right? With the dungeon, but I really need to go. PT. Dungeon entrance. Dungeon entrance. But yeah, basically I want an item that stays there, that you put materials and is summoning creatures. That is what I want, okay? So you will be able to summon creatures there. We need to find the last room. The last room may be this one. I don't know. Looks more like a corridor, but yes, it is a corridor. Yeah, it may be this one though. So the pedestal may actually be here. The pedestal may be Here it is. Okay, so here is the pedestal in the dungeon, right? And it works similarly because this is also a container. The difference is that this one, if you look at it, is giving you a riddle. And then you have to put here the right item to actually open the door. Right now, I think the only script items to activate 256. Okay, that's fine. But he only has this script. It does not have another script, which is a bit strange though. I was thinking there was another script. But there is no other script. So it may be really hard-coded, this thing, right? This may be really hard-coded. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's really doing, yes, he's really doing, if you look at here, right? He's destroying the contained item and then he's sending this message. You hear a magic buzz and a mechanical click. Broadcast sound. Arcane pedestal. But he's not executing the script. That is very strange. Because he's doing the can toggle and he's doing the do toggle, right? So he's actually toggling the item, right? And so I don't know, I need more time to review this part because I don't remember. Because in theory it needs to check that the material is the right material, right? And I don't know how it does it. I don't remember how it does it. I don't remember how he checks that the material is the right material. I don't know. There must I don't remember if in the riddle there was also the answer to the riddle. This was a bit hard-coded, right? So I mean I built it only for riddle answer. Riddle answer. Riddles. Get random riddle, my riddle. Set the contained item requirement, right? Set the contained item requirement. So is setting the contained item ID to activate equal to the yeah, but how the hell is checking this? I don't understand. Contained item ID to activate. Contained item ID to activate, right? Ah, is okay, I think I understand what it's doing. So it's kind of generic enough, because actually you are setting in a specific property, which is actually is this one, items to activate, right? 256 actually corresponds to an item stats, right? I assume that if I search yeah, for example, in this case is rat hide, right? The answer to the riddle is rat hide. So yeah, it's putting here the ID of the item contained that you need to activate. Now the only problem is that it doesn't consider quantity, so the quantity is always 1, and this may be a problem for us, because I was thinking that I could put into it like 10 gems of 10 dust of 10 magical dust, I don't know, something like that, 10 magical dust, right? But if we do it this way, we cannot. If we do it this way, we cannot. So I have to think how to do it, but I still think that the idea of a magical pedestal that you use to activate is good, because you can have you can speak with the NPC and have the view on him and have all these answers of what pet he has and such, and then you can use the arcane pedestal to actually summon the creature, right? Without having to go back to him and speak, right? Yeah, but definitely I need to think about how to do it. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go, it's super late. Goodbye guys, see you tomorrow evening, 9:30 p.m. European time. If you want to click on follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, that's always a good idea. Also remember that our game is actually released, so you can go to our website, click on download now, and you can play it for Windows, for Linux, and for Mac. I'm working on this update, and hopefully I will release this weekend. Maybe this weekend. And the update is stabilizing some stuff, but the current release is already pretty good, so you can use it and play it. So, yup. See you. Bye-bye. Ah, my face is not stuck. Very nice. Very, very nice. Bye. Ah, you can also become a Patreon if you want. That's always a good idea. Bye.